Welcome to my coziest episode of the year. Today I am doing pajamas. I've had several companies reach out to me about doing PJs, and then I go and I open up the email and realize very quickly that I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to wear that on YouTube. So I've kind of stayed away from the emails that have anything to do with sleepwear. But the company that I'm working with today is actually one that I've done multiple times. They're kind of the sleepwear leg of Invalin. The lady that I work with there reached out and asked if I would look at her sleepwear. And I was like, well, heck yeah, it was matching PJs. I'm all about matching PJs. And here comes the disappointing part. There were no matching PJs in my size. I'm gonna have to ask them to work on that because my family is all about matching PJs at Christmas. I mean, like, look at this. Okay. We typically get them at Target. I love them. We wear Christmas PJs all year long. I was looking at the site and right away I didn't see a lot of plus size, which naturally is where I am. And I wrote her and I was like, hey, thanks for asking, but I think you knew what size I was in. And she said, hey, go into the search bar and type in my size. So I typed in 3XL and all the options were filtered. There are way more that are not Christmas than are Christmas, but I'm totally in the cozy Christmas spirit. And when she sent this, I was in Germany, and the entire country of Germany is like Christmas of my dreams. And so I was like, yeah, we're going with as much Christmas as we possibly can. So for the most part, these are pretty modest. I like to think of myself as like, I don't know, not super modest, but like the regular amount, like I'm trying on PJs on camera, but I'm still wearing a bra for modesty's sake. And so you guys can kind of get an idea, but I am excited to show them to you. I'm a little bit particular about my sleepwear. I like it to be soft. I will say that I had ordered some sleepwear from Bloom Chic in the past, and I ended up wearing it once, and it just was not my thing. It was very much a printed fabric, which a lot of these are kind of the printed fabrics, but it was not breathable at all. And then it had this elastic lace that really pulled, and so it just was not my thing. So I'm gonna be very honest and let you know what I think, but we're gonna start out with like a nice little Christmas dress. And I've got several that are Christmassy, several that are solid colors. Almost everything has tons of color options, tons of prints. All of the Christmas prints come in like normal floral style prints. But like I said, we're Christmas all year round kind of folk. So I wanted to go all out Christmas. And also I wanted to apologize for the no lights on my tree. I did the New Year's Eve video and like it was flickering the whole time. It made my whole living room look like it was flickering. I've been working to try and get around it, and I realized the best way for this one to not have that problem is to turn the lights off so you get to see my naked tree. All right, so the cool thing about this company is they have tons and tons of reviews. They only sell on Amazon, so it's very easy to get them to your house. And if you don't like them, to send them away. If you've got last minute gift ideas, if you're looking for something that's a little bit festive for you to wear on Christmas Eve, these are some guys that you can pull in a pinch. This first guy is a 3X. It's got a little bit of gathering kind of in like a small box pleat kind of way in the front. And then it's got a few on the back. And this is 95% rayon, 5% spandex. So it does have a lot of elasticity to it. And it's got that rayon. It has a real nightwear feel, kind of like the kids' pajamas that we used to purchase that were like the superheroes, the princesses. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? It's not like super cotton, and it's definitely not like the super soft. So on my softness scale, I would totally rank this probably a 2. Like if I'm looking at plain old packaged tee to like the softest thing you ever felt that you just want to bury your face in, I think it's a solid 2. So I would be happy to sleep in it. I'd be happy to bum around the house in it. It's also incredibly lightweight. Let's go try it on and see how she looks. Okay, so this one's a 3X. I like that it is true to size. I'm kind of right in the middle of a 2X and a 3X right now. I've got little shorties on underneath just for modesty. And it's funny, I was thinking about it. I put them on when I put this guy on. I probably would not have put them on with a dress this length, but there's something about like sleepwear that makes you kind of feel vulnerable. And yeah, so they're just there. I got it all. But here's the back. It has kind of little flutter sleeves, but they do cover a little bit of my upper arm. And even though this is printed fabric, it's not really stretching over my bust. So I'm not seeing the white through, but if it did, I'll let you see. You can kind of see the white through. There's quite a bit of elasticity in here. I've got some good stretch. I do feel like this size is very forgiving. So I wouldn't want a 1 or a 2X. So I'm kind of right between that 2 and 3X For pajamas, I would prefer to size up because I know that with a 2X, this would sit a little bit tighter on me, which would pull it up and make it a little bit shorter. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, I think this is cute. We've got Merry Christmas on it. I've got Christmas trees, presents, and I don't know what those guys are. You see it? I'm guessing maybe like an ornament ball. I'll take it. So next, I am totally chartering my mom. My entire life, my mom wore a house coat. She's from Mississippi, and she always, she would come home from work, put on her pajamas and throw on one of these. And they're always like super lightweight. So the inside is kind of like the inside of a sweatshirt, very lightweight sweatshirt. I'm gonna pull my microphone up because oftentimes whenever I put on a coat, it kind of muffles the sound a little bit and it's really annoying. So this has 2 pockets right here. I don't know that this is my style. In fact, it's probably not my style. I would prefer like their lightweight robe that I just kind of tie around that has the tie in the back. But like I said, my mom loves this. When I saw it, I totally thought of her. And the interesting thing is that somehow I think I accidentally ordered 2 of them. I've got this one in red and then I've got one in blue that I'm gonna show you later. So here we are. But I do think that it is nice. I like that it's got kind of I guess they're a little bit shorter than 3/4 inch sleeves. And to bum around the house, or like my parents love to be outside whenever it's cool but not super cold, sitting outside and hanging out in this would be incredibly comfortable. And if you had people over like on Christmas morning, I'd probably be comfortable enough to not wear a bra if I was wearing PJs under it and this. Just saying. Any excuse to not wear a bra, I'm in. All right, next is a kind of a longer version of the last one. And this one actually feels softer, at least this black part. And I think maybe it is because, yeah, so the black is not a printed. The black is actually kind of super soft. I like that. This buffalo plaid is very similar. It's almost got a little bit of silky to it. It's incredibly long. I'm 5'10". That looks like it's about down to my ankles, and the sleeves are too. Y'all, I am like a red buffalo plaid junkie. I don't know if you can tell by my tree. I also like white buffalo plaid. There's some of that in there too, but it makes me just feel very Christmassy. I see it and I just think of like cozy family togetherness. So I have 2 different things that are buffalo plaid, and let's try the first one. So this fabric is that printed fabric, just like the last one. It is soft, but it's kind of like a 2 on my scale. It's not dreamy. There's nothing that's like suffocating about it. There's just nothing really of note. I will say that it is that printed fabric also. So if you did stretch it, you would see a little bit of white through. I think that as it is, it's perfectly fine. I love that all of these are true to size. The black is a little bit softer and I do really like that. It's not printed, it's black on both sides, and so maybe that has something to do with it. But I really do like this. I like the way that it looks. This is one that I would feel comfortable wearing in front of like my in-laws. We always go typically the weekend before Christmas, and we spend a couple of nights together. We go out to my in-laws' farm, and the kids have fun. They make cookies, they play lots of video games, of course. We do hot cocoa, play games, and sometimes watch movies, but normally just sit around and talk, cook, have a great time together. Toward the end of the night, a lot of times we put on our PJs, and I'm very conscious about what kind of PJs I'm wearing in front of them, just for modesty's sake. Not like my family. My family, I'm like, you know what? Just like it's always been is the way it's always gonna be. What you see is what you get. And I'm wearing what I brought. But this would be a good one to wear with the in-laws. It is nice and long. That is something to note. 5'10", pretty dang long. All right, we're about to get into the shorty section of our programming. And I'm gonna start with this guy. So this one is, I don't know if you've ever been to Torrid, but they have like a super soft line that is, it's pajamas that are just dreamy soft. I would say that this is like a 4.5 clouds on my softness scale. It's so close, and it's slinky. See how it kind of bounces? It's very similar. Totally different than these. This is my favorite feeling for sure. Whenever I opened it out of the package, I was like, oh yeah, that's nice. And it's funny, I wanted to show you. So I ordered one for my daughter, and this is the way that they come. This is like a little short set that's kind of a button up. They come like vacuum sealed in a package, so they're super flat packed. This one came, I ended up steaming it so that you could get a good picture of it. I think that if you tossed it in the dryer for a couple seconds, it would just straighten out. The ones from Torrid do the same thing for me. Yeah, it's 95% polyester, 5% spandex, and it's a little bit more revealing, but this is totally something that I could see myself wearing. Like, this is the type of nightgown I got. I'll be right back. So I put on little shorties for like modesty's sake. I mean, it's really an appropriate length. It's honestly not much different than trying on kind of like a little sundress. I think I've gotten things in Stitch Fix that that are probably just as revealing, but it is so incredibly soft. I will tell you that this one is 100% making it into my drawers. Now, this is not something that my daughter would like to wear to bed. She is more of a standard pajama or t-shirt kind of gal, t-shirt and PJ pants. This is me. I really like it. I don't think that it's like super attractive at the top, but that's not necessarily what I'm going for 100%. This is something that I would appreciate as a gift because I would be comfortable in it. I know that I could go make breakfast in the morning and be totally fine. And it's just the kind of thing that I like to sleep in. Now, for it to be 100% perfect, I would love it to have some flare sleeves, but this is about as close to Meredith perfection as we get. Since I've got that other house coat, it kind of coordinates. Let me grab it. All right, this one is kind of blue with a gray trim. Okay, hold up. All right, hold up. It fits a little differently. Oh my gosh, okay. So the reason that I accidentally have two is that I ordered this one for my mom. Mom, surprise! YouTube is gonna ruin all my mom's presents. But I honestly had completely forgotten that I did that. So, like I said, my mom really likes house coats, and so I ordered this one in a size large for her. All right, I had initially ordered this in, I think, a pine green. I thought it was beautiful, but it was sold out, and so I had to default to red, which happens to be my favorite color. I think that this is really pretty. Now, I am a little bit concerned about the length of it, but this also is something that I would totally wear around my house, that I would feel very comfortable in sleeping, but I don't know how comfortable it's gonna be with you. I'm gonna try it on and let's see. All I can say is thank heaven for undershorts. So, it is very short. I mean, like here over on the side, like very short. But this truly feels like a satin. I mean, it is very, very silky. I'm happy with the way that it feels. Here's the back. The back is longer. This one is honestly one of my favorites, but not my favorites to wear on camera. There was another one I'll show you. I think that it didn't have buttons all the way to the top, like it kind of scooped down, and I thought that that one was really pretty too. Okay, I like the way this looks, but I'm not in love with it. I think it's that I don't normally wear a lot of shorts. Like, to sleep, in life, in general, shorts just are not normally my thing. Right, Lulu? What do you think? Yeah. Hey, it's okay. Lulu likes it though. But, so I love that these are buffalo plaid shorts, and they have the lace edges on the bottom, but I feel like they kind of ride up a little bit, and I feel that way in shorts a lot. I don't know what it is, and I also am a little bit self-conscious about my inner thighs. I don't know that going up in size would help me feel comfortable because I don't think it's really a size issue. I think it's just a general comfort issue. But if shorts are your thing, I think that these are nice. This fabric is like the printed fabric of the last buffalo plaid and that Merry Christmas print. But now let me tell you about the top. The top is just like the kind of burgundy. It is super soft. It's got that slinky. It's the 4 on my chart where the pants were too. And I really like the way it feels. I personally would like a little bit of a cuff. I normally like a flare sleeve, a not tight short sleeve. But all in all, I don't think that this would be a keeper for me. There's nothing outright wrong with it. It's just not my favorite. All right, next is my, is my Christmas cookie one. So this has little gingerbread men and stockings and little Christmas trees that look just like cookies to me. Here's the print. So some of y'all know I owned a bakery for years. I did custom sugar cookies, and let me tell you, at Christmas, I did so many beautiful designs, and I loved it. And that red and white, oh my, getting a like soft cookie paired with a red that didn't bleed was impossible. But the taste was more important than some slight bleeding. I'll show you some pictures. And they were always gorgeous. And I kind of miss it. Like, there are aspects that I definitely miss. I'm happy to have it as part of my past. And I think that this was a really fun nod to that. It's super long. It's just like that buffalo plaid. We're gonna try it and see. This one makes me wanna snuggle up with my favorite warm beverage in front of a Christmas movie. Like, that could totally be hot cocoa or Glühwein. I'm totally making Glühwein for Christmas. We did it in Germany not made it, we had it, or I did. There was this one cafe where we went to in Erfurt, and they had Glühwein with cinnamon sticks and clove and oranges, and it was so wonderful, but also just beautiful. So I really want to make some of that. And yeah, I think that this would be the perfect excuse to make it. But to cuddle up on the couch with my family, watch Christmas movies, it's just like the others in the print. I kind of wish that I could take this little shorty from the very beginning and have it in this print. That would be like ideal for me. So if I were to keep just a few, I would probably choose, I really want to see if like this shorty is in this print, because that would be ideal for me. I don't do a whole lot of long sleeve. I don't sleep in long sleeve very often at all, but I think that I definitely am keeping this guy 100% on the little slinky burgundy. I love it. And then probably this, even though it's not like super family friendly, you don't want it in your Christmas card pictures, but it would be super comfortable to sleep in. I'd love to know your thoughts. I never know what to expect when you're ordering from Amazon, but I have really appreciated working with this company. I'm pretty happy with the sleepwear overall. There are a lot of prints that are not Christmas. I know we're coming very close to the end of the Christmas season. And so if I was looking for gifts, I probably wouldn't go with the Merry print. But let me tell you, you could absolutely catch me in this like mid-July. Hey, thank you so much. An incredibly Merry Christmas. I hope that yours is filled with like presents, laughter, love, and more than anything, happiness. So to you, I wish an incredibly happy Christmas. I will see you in the next one.